Let's talk about the Frag token. I really like this project. I'm participating in this project. It's really just a fun social experiment. So I'm going to talk about what it is here in a moment and how I may be using it to be able to earn some additional crypto. Now, if you are already subscribed to my passive cryptocurrency newsletter or passive crypto lifestyle, depending on which link I've used, it goes to the same newsletter. Though, if you've seen that passive income strategy newsletter, then you've already seen kind of what my plans are with Frag. And that's where I talk about my personal plans, my personal strategies on that email newsletter. So if you haven't subscribed already, go down and subscribe. But let me just say this for transparency. The promoter did tell me that if I put up a video, he would give me an additional airdrop of Frag tokens. That's awesome. And I appreciate that, and I want to tell you that for transparency purposes. However, just know this, I would have made this video anyway because I think Frag is something that's kind of interesting in this space. This is not the next Bitcoin. This is not the next Ethereum or Tron or anything like that. This is really just kind of a social experiment. And the whole purpose is talking about the deflationary currency. So Frag token is, this is come from a concept. There's previously something called the bomb token. And bomb token, they put out 1 million bomb tokens, and basically every time you use them, every time you transferred the token, you buy and sold the token, every time there's any movement of the token from one wallet to the next, basically it was deflationary. It would lose, I think, 1% or whatever of the value. The Frag token has 10 million. It works the same way. It loses 1%, but they're creating dApps for it. And that's what's very interesting about Frag, is that they are creating these dApps. They're doing airdrops, and the airdrops are getting distributed. The first airdrop was a typical airdrop. You just had to sign up and you got 1,000 Frag. Which, by the way, 1,000 Frag right now carries a value of about half a Tron, or 1.6 cents. So about 1.5 cents for every Frag, or half a Tron. So basically 1,000 Frag. We ended up, after the 1%, you got 990, because remember, every time you transfer Frag from one wallet to another, there's 1% lost. So 990 ended up being the amount that I received, and of that 990, it's valued at about a half Tron. So roughly, there's almost 500 Tron worth of Frag for free. I could literally sell it and get that Tron. Sorry, that was Blaze Economy, but get that Tron. So here's the dApps. They've already come out with Frag Toss. They had Classic Dice and Frag Box. Now Frag Box is going to be the most interesting, I think, coming up, and that's going to be coming up, I think, next week. I'll talk about that here in a few moments. But let me just show you what Frag Toss is. So basically, you deposit. I've got 110 Frag in my wallet. You just deposit. You put the number. You click deposit, and then it's kind of a heads or tails type game. So we'll get started here. I'll just choose pins. This is pins right now. You toss your grenade. See what happens. There we go. Oh, landed on pins. So we won that one. There is a delay before your winnings show up. Now this is an airdrop. So how is this an airdrop if it's basically a game? There's the tokens right there. How is it an airdrop? Because it pays out more than, it pays out, you got a 50% chance of winning, but it should pay out 2. So if you bet 50, you should get 100. But it pays out 2.03. So there's literally an edge in your favor. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to win. Short-term variance, you're going to lose. But there's a negative edge, meaning it's a positive edge in your favor. And that's how they're distributing the next tokens up to. The event will last until 1.6 million total frags are won. So we'll just keep playing. I'll use a little bit of a martingale strategy, see what happens here. So we got tossing Frag. Let's see. Do we get it? Do we get it? Oh, we won again. There they go. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens. Technically, someone could come in here with you could bop a bunch of Frag. I mean, you got a pretty good shot of winning some of these gamblers in this space. So we won 3 in a row. Some of the gamblers in this space could really come in big if they wanted to. And just buy a whole bunch of Frag. Do a martingale strategy. And then cash out they want. So we lost that one. So now what I'm going to do is double, toss. And I'm just going to do this live on camera, see what happens with this 100. We won. So we'll go to 10. Every loss we're just going to double. I'll just keep it in the same place. A lot of people like to look at like streaks and let that be. You know, if there's been 3 in a row, then the 3 pins in a row or 5 pins in a row, then they'll start betting on butts. But this pins or butts. You just choose what you want here. Tossing, tossing. So there's more news to come. I'm going to talk about the frag box here in a moment. Oh, I lost. Am I going to be able to pull it out? I'm going to talk about the frag box here in a moment. See what happens. All right, here we go. This is all of it. All of it that I'm going to play with. I'm going to keep my frag. Thank you very much. Bam! I'm back in the game. And the crowd goes wild. So this is all experiment to see what happens with the deflationary token. However, when Bomb did it, the problem with Bomb, there we go, back to 160. The problem with when Bomb did it is it was just a token. There was no game. There was zero use case. Now, granted, creating these gaming dApps isn't exactly a massive use case, but it's much better. All right, let's go. 20, toss. Bam. All right. The next dApp they're going to come out with, I think, might be a. I gotta tell you, I'm thinking about making a big deposit and just running for this. Why not? Well, one reason why not is because I don't know how big the market is. I need to wait and see if they get on some better exchanges. It's a negative edge. It's in your favor. They need to end up on some better exchanges, which they're working on right now. They're on this Tron Watch market, but the dev said they're working on getting on some better DEX. They ultimately want to get on CoinMarketCap, and they're actively working on it. I mean, they're actively doing stuff every day. There's constant communication in Discord, which is super awesome. Bam, we won again. Making it look easy. We might end up with a whole bunch of frag tokens. Let's go. So outside of the fact there's a negative edge here, there's another reason to play frag toss, and it's basically about, it's not just a negative edge. If you do well in frag toss, it could be extremely beneficial in the next airdrop. And keep in mind, with all these airdrops, by the way, you're not burning frag by playing toss. You're burning frag every time you cash out. It's 1% to cash out, 1% to deposit. Come on. We'll get 200 frag if we can, or we'll get 0 and then we'll call it a day. Oh, I think that's going to take us to 200. Is that right? No, just under 200, I think. No, that should be 40. I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. So let's talk about Fragbox. So Fragbox is going to be very similar to, if those of you that are familiar with Bankroll Credits, which was a platform I participated in for a while, that's basically how they're going to do kind of the next airdrop. They're going to be basically, it's basically going to be a savings account for your frag. You basically deposit your frag, it's going to hold your frag, and as other people, pull out or deposit, you're going to earn like a dividend from them, putting money in or pulling money out, and that dividend is going to be additional frag tokens, essentially. And we'll see exactly how it works once it comes out, but it's a very unique way to do a distribution, so I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get to 200. Oh, there we go. It just showed up. All right, so we're over 200 now. 200 frag. And so when I cash those out, it's going to burn 1%, but I'm going to keep playing, but I'll do that a little bit later. So I'm actually wanting to see if I can double my frag, see if I can get it to 2,000 frag. We'll see, maybe not. So that's where we're at with Frag token. Now they got a classic dice game coming out. I'm not sure what the difference in the dice versus the toss. Maybe it's going to be more of a, you're going to have more choice of your percentages, 50%, 75%, and just like a lot of the other dice games. And if that's the case, okay, that's interesting. But I don't know. Frag toss is similar. Dice is just a little more complex. So we'll have to see what happens with it. But they're creating dApps, and every time the token gets used or moved from one wallet to the next, 1% of the tokens are lost. You can log into Discord and to Telegram. They're super responsive in Discord. I'm not in their Telegram right now. But if you're interested in what's going on in the cryptocurrency space, then I totally recommend that you check out the Frag token for sure. It's just going to be interesting. We'll have to see. Right now, there's a total 10 million initial supply. Right now, there's 9.9 million left, and they haven't even all been distributed yet. So right here, you can come to visit dApps to get to the dApps, visit DEX to get to Tron Watch. And who knows? I might buy some more. I don't know if I'm going to. I might, but if I do buy some more, then I'm going to talk about it in my passive income strategy newsletter. Be sure to subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and guard that crypto. It's an interesting time and an interesting space, and we are fortunate to be here. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments.